Talk about this trade war real quick. I do a couple errands. Hmm. Talk about why all this tough guy talk about locking off lights and um, we're gonna put 100% tariffs, all that stuff. To come to notice that Canada and Mexico is not even on the list. I didn't tell you people. Try to tell people. I swear some people never took history. You know what I mean? And people try to tell me. Even right now, they're still trying to make it look like Canada and America is going at it. Like, come on, stop this. You know what I mean? I'm gonna explain why Jamaica has to pay 10%. I've been telling people all along. People that are flying down to Jamaica making this big American business and compromise, you know what I mean, and cheat the stuff. You can't do that no. That's the only reason. I'm gonna talk about these other countries, but that's the only reason why Jamaica got 10% tariffs on that. Is because they have people. Stampy, what's going on, family? They have people in building their business down there and low-key splitting money. You know what I mean? Just working with the Chinese. So that's why. But yeah, Mexico is not on the list. Canada's not on the list. Even though it's saying just what 10%, and gas and oil, 25% aluminum and steel and all this stuff. But real talk, I don't know. As I said, I don't think America is in a trade war with Canada because they're not on the list. Everybody was on the list except for them two. Mexico and Canada. I mean, I seen the list. It looked like a Bitcoin list. I mean, unless I was blind. But, Canada is not on that list. And Mexico is not on that list. Do sampling, I'm just doing an early couple of things. Grab some people just, do a couple of things. But, yeah. Try to tell people, sure, couldn't pull that off. Couldn't beef with Canada like that. I was a stunt to sidetrack the people. You know what I mean? No, look, Canada, America, look, you could tell they're working together. I told y'all, that boy Connor, man. Mark Connor, whatever his name is. Don't trust him. Yep. I mean, don't trust him. Don't trust him. They dare to ping people, sidetrack people. But yeah, the trade war is in full effect, they said. I've been telling people. A sidetrack. They sidetracking people when they said, oh, America and Canada was going to go. Yeah? Funny how you said that. You're going to have me. No, I'm just here. I'm gonna grab a couple of things. I don't need no time for stuff. No. Yeah, but I'm talking about this trade war though. Yeah? I like the fried chicken. Um, fried chicken. But hear me out, yeah. Told y'all when the people were acting like America and Canada wasn't gonna be beefing, right? Told y'all we're not even on the list. I told y'all they was sidetracking. America and Canada was playing a game. Yo, Canada is not even on the list. Mexico is not even on the list. No, the Canadians just saying we dodged the bullet. No, y'all know what type of game y'all was playing all along. Stop, y'all. Make sure y'all follow the channel for me too, please. That means because I'll be doing open panels. Make sure y'all when y'all come on the panels, I'll be doing that in like nighttime though, like 4 o'clock, sometimes 5, 3 o'clock. If y'all want to come and have a good conversation face to face with me and the food stand, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna drop people right now in the chat, but yeah, y'all come. But what I'm saying though, I knew that Trump has like the game that he was playing was the game that Trump played was awesome, because he even had people in Canada thinking, oh my God, there's gonna be a war. He's gonna make everything. But if the play is, that was the play of China. Now, because you see who's at the top of the list, China. Listen, as I said, Trump was playing a game, right? And he played it good. Last time when Trump came and he said, right, we can't put stuff in the background. And just like, remember when he made for the Hillary, he said to her, he's like, oh, you got some stuff on the website how to fight ISIS. You will never hear me tell you when I'm coming or what I'm gonna do when I'm coming or how I'm gonna do it. That's when I know, when the trade war, he was playing some people. And that's why you see everybody looking around now, like, what happened to Canada? What happened to Mexico? You know what I mean? But that was a good move for him, because, I've been stating this. I've been telling my friends that some people, they're doing certain thing in the island. That's why there's 10% tariffs on the Jamaica and all them other countries, because, these people, they hide money down there. They hide stuff and they cheat. I mean, they collect American money, but they don't want to pay American taxes. So what they do, like I've been telling people, like, you know what I mean? So that's why there's 10% on the island. And I understand that, because, you know what I mean, if they wasn't down there cheating the game, you know what I mean? Because when I mean cheating the game, you build properties down there. You build, like, they got like a whole bunch of townhouses down there, right? This is the business American Caucasian people. And they charge everything American, but they don't pay American taxes. So you're cheating the country. So now when you do that, you take the stuff and then you bring it across the border and then you sell it for hella expensive. You know what I mean? Knowing that you're an American citizen. You know what I mean? But you don't pay, like, so so they're the reason why 10% is on us, because before we never had that much. It's all them American business that's in the island that's putting all them taxes, tariffs on the island. And I understand that, because, if you're making money like that, and as somebody, I'm telling you, like, if anybody, like, any American artist can make $1 million cash off one performance. So who's making these shows? Who are the American promoters? Who are the people who are behind the scene that are pulling these strings and not paying American taxes? Then you're an American dollar that could spend on the island, but no one pays. You're making the people on the island pay the money to buy, but no one's paying taxes. That's cheating the game. You know what I mean? That's cheating the game. See what I'm saying? Because then you would have seen the database of how much the money, the currency America's making off the dollar that they're bringing down there, that they're just floating around on the island. So I understand why 10% is on that. You know what I mean? The people down there, they think that, and then they come in after when they don't see certain government, and it's just like, no, y'all gotta be on one board, yo. You know what I mean? Seriously, we all gotta be on one board. And I told people a long time ago, and they're like, oh, Canada and America and this and that, and when people were saying, you guys don't have Amazon, I was like, stop it. You know what I mean? Because we have Amazon. America has all the business in Ontario. All the business, all the big business. That's when I know that was a scam. So all them people that was thinking, oh, it's only gonna be about Mexico and China and Canada, and they got something else coming. Because I told people they were sidetracking people, and it's what's going on, family. Bless up, bless up, bless up. Much love, much love. Yeah, respect you, yo. Shout out to you shout out to you on the kids, yo. I know that, you know what I mean. I know you. I'm probably big now. Yeah. Siobhan's birthday is like in the next week or so. Yeah, like in a week. Like yeah. So yeah, I'm a big man soon, block. Big man, dog. Me tell her, big man. The man. I could lead the man at home to cook. I could I could. It's amazing, bro. Yes, yeah, man. It's a blessing though to know that you have a look at you that what I mean is not as a mind of his own. That's not that's a leader, and that don't want to do everything that everyone else is doing. You know what I mean? Because he's low-key has a mind of his own. But yeah, shout out to you though, the family. I didn't know much respect, but and your mom as well. But I told people this trade war thing here wasn't gonna happen like that. It ain't gonna be Canada. If you know the history between we're basically like, you know what I'm saying? Even though the borders are not gonna be open, we're not gonna be a part of Canada. I mean, we're not gonna be a part of America. We're gonna just have easy access to get inside. You know what I mean? This trade war just opened up space for Canada, open up other what do you call it? Open up other privileges for Canada and America. That's what it's all about. It's not really about that's what I said. That's how Canada and America. A lot of people is gonna be looking at them sideways because they was going at each other like whatever. And then when this list came out, Mexico is not on the list, Canada's not on the list. I told y'all. It don't make no sense. You know what I mean? You can't. The NAFTA deal, you know what I mean? You can't. They can't. You know what I mean? So that's when I know a lot of people really wasn't really into their books. They really wasn't really into getting outsmarted by the television or whatever they got going on. They're the two countries, they're the biggest partners. You know what I mean? Canada only has. That's when they're like, am I lying, Black? Remember when they're like, oh, we're taking off the alcohol and da. They're lying. All them Hennessy and all them expensive Dom Perignon and champagne was still on the list. They still on the chop up to today day. They showed you guys that bullshit commercial acting like they only take them the cheap stuff. Let me tell you. Oh, lie. This is just to get those other countries. You know what I mean? And they did it good. As I said, I said this. It's a sidetrack. You know what I mean? To play somebody. I don't know who they caught up in the mix when they was doing that. When Trump was doing that, but they did. You know what I mean? They ain't gonna be paying on 25%. I don't think. It looks like that. They put that out there, but really, we're not paying that. We're not paying that. Only thing that we got problems on is the bacon stuff, the cocoa powder, like the stuff from Mexico, Colombia, whatever. That stuff. That stuff is expensive. That stuff is on shortage, but yeah, what do you call it? Yeah, it's just the Colombians, I guess, is what they're putting the pressure right now. But we still got American stuff. And think about it. If you're gonna have this trade war, because quote unquote allegedly started World War III, then Canada can't be in it because Canada needs to defend. Is an ally of Canada's an ally of how's everything? Yeah, Canada's an ally and Mexico's an ally, so they're our partners. I can't believe people them try to fall for that. Come on, y'all. I should know better. Know this. Don't let these people fool up your head and try to tell you nothing. You know what I mean? And it's crazy. I'm gonna be honest. It didn't work because every Caucasian person I talk to, right? And every, especially like golden, like that's never gonna happen. Like two countries or whatever. At least I'm talking to like if you want to know, the vets will tell you the most. War vets and all that. I will tell you like this wasn't gonna happen. This was all to just put the tricks on people. No, the 25% and the 10% on the gas and oil. That's what aluminum and steel. Now that could that could go in effect. But I think that's just there, just in case them other countries said, "Oh, I thought you said you was gonna go to Canada and Mexico. Why they not on the list?" So that's why that option is so open. That's what I'm thinking. You know what I mean? So, but it's all a part of a good mind game. You know what I mean? Where, yeah, that's like what I stated when Russia gets Ukraine. What do you call it? Those guys down there in Israel get to do whatever they want. Because then, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's a doggy dog world. Big fish eat little fish. You know what I mean? Strong team up with the strong and the weak team up with the weak. That's what's going on these days. So if you can't be firm and strong, you know what I mean? Strong is not like, strong is responsibility. It's not on here trying to, you know what I mean? Get someone to get the best of you. Trying to get someone to look what I'm doing it better than you and that. That's why I don't even show my stuff no more. I don't want nobody feel no type of way. I don't want family feel no type of way. I don't know what they got going on. I don't know who could work. I don't know who's doing what. I do my thing kind of a little private, like, you know what I mean? So, and you gotta commit. You gotta commit to yourself. So I'm trying to tell you. So these people don't commit to themselves and their war and their. Hey, Miss T, what's going on? Blessing. I appreciate you. Much blessings to you. Much blessings to you, Steve. But yeah, that was one of them things I wanted to talk about, how the voices change and the trade war, and I try to show y'all the sidetrack of the politics that the government does to us and trying to get us to manipulate each other. You know what I mean? We need to start like, instead of taking what they put out there for us to, to feed into, we need to like just, you know what I mean, start focusing on the people, or let's do it, open dog. Focusing on the people and more alive, because it's just, man, a whole bunch of stuff, and everybody's just like ready to switch up and, oh, this and that. Nah, bro, we're human beings. So now I'm saying we should be working together. Just like how every other people is working together in the country. White, black. You see all the white people and then black people working in the UK? They barely have racist protests. Because they work together. Once you work together, the government can't really play with you, give you fake news, when they dine out of content, they put racist drama. This is no. I was saying that I don't. It might be a part of USA, but not like everybody think it is. It's just gonna be easier access to get in the US. The border is only gonna be open. This is my thing. I don't think Canada gonna be a part of the US. I think what happens is they're gonna make it easier for each countries to go across. You know what I mean? You won't have to be American. They're gonna make sure you're at the bank right now too. They'll make sure your papers are right. So that happening? Yeah, they're going. I don't think it is, Misty. What I'm thinking is, they just gonna make it easier for both countries to to what do you call it? To just better because that's what this trade war is about. You know, is to put these countries together. That's like what I said. If this was a trade war, both countries, well, all this was going on, right? Both countries, they was working together. Like right now, Canada, Mexico, and America, right? Created. They just got some. You know, they working on the same Black Ops. They got a Black Ops helicopter that they 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 built. Well, not built. What am I getting? What did I come here? They what did I come here? Come here for something. What did I come here? Come here to get this money, but I know I come here to get something else. Shit, I hate this. But yeah, they're not gonna be together. They're not gonna be together. I'm telling you. You know what? I'm gonna walk over there. I don't. I'm gonna walk over there. Yeah, they don't even know. Them two countries are not going to be together like that. You know what's going to happen? There's going to be more easier access for you to come here. You know what I mean? As an American citizen, because that's what it is. That's what the plan is. The plan is to make it easier for Americans in Canada, Canadians to cross into North America. That's the only. What?
That's the entrance and exit for mall and.
I know, but I'm walking here. I can't walk.
No, this is the only for hotel guests going to their rooms.
Bro, I walked here yesterday and you're telling me this today? I know, that's what I'm saying, but there's no roof for that. There's no roof for that.
It's a private property. It's only for the hotel. If you want to go to the mall, you can visit the mall.
Yo, shut up. Punch in your face, you come outside, pussy wall. My bad, yo, my bad. I'm so sad. Never meant for that to happen. I never meant for that to happen. Never meant for that. But I hate when people do that. It's like they don't say nothing to these fucking. Ooh, caught myself, bro. Tell you, see these Indian people, them right? You Pakistani people, right? I got problems with some of y'all. Y'all, a white person will not say anything when they see a black person walking in. Y'all thinking y'all have this top flight security, that y'all know the rules more than anybody. And then it's like, I swear the double works, yo. The double works. Imagine no, I would have been like, you know what, fuck it. I'm just gonna go do what I usually do. Pretty he don't know. I do catering, you know what I mean? But he's telling me he wasn't there yesterday. Private property, but you got fucking people selling their pussy up. Keep myself, that's why I keep quiet. But I'll see him. So I keep myself to myself, and I just, tell my ancestors like, yo, keep myself calm, and go with the fucking energy, and go with the atmosphere. But when pussy was like that, try to tell me my rights, and you don't, the people don't even like you, you see what I'm saying? And they're going to deport you just now. Like, I leave them alone, because I gotta take care of them. Like, don't come act like you know something. That's crazy, bro. I never seen that in my life.
Bro, you know where Summer Lane there, bro?
Huh?
Summer Lane?
Summer Lane?
Yeah.
Down there.
I want to get the go bus.
Right. Go, but oh shit. You gotta go over there. You gotta.
No, you want to go to Toronto.
Oh, right up there.
How far up?
Right up there. It's gonna say go right up there. Right up there. See where the taxi is?
Yeah.
Yeah, right up there. And there's a like little gold thing on it, green thing.
Thanks, bro.
All right, no problem. No, they're fighting the war together. I'm telling you, they're fighting the trade war together. They're not, on the border. That's why they got both. That's why you got on our border right now. You got the Black Ops, U.S. on one side. You got the American helicopter, Black Ops helicopter on the other side. So there's two helicopters on the border right now. There's a Black Ops, U.S. helicopter. There's a Black Ops Canadian OPP helicopter, and they just protecting the border together. They fight the trade war together. I'm telling you this, and I've been telling people a long time ago. This is what it was gonna be like. It was not gonna be like, oh, um, these two countries were gonna and make it hard to know. Why would somebody want to make somebody no? Well, no, make no sense. That's when I said I know Trump was playing games. I tell people a long time ago. Right again, once again. That's how you play a game, though. You can't let people know what you're doing because you know why? Our technology, we give away everything. We put everything out there. In North America, we put everything out there. It's not like that in them other countries. They don't put everything out there like that. How we do. That's what everyone knows everything about us. Know what we eat. Know where kids go to school. Know where we go to church. Know where, like, you know what I'm saying? Now you think the Muslims, the people them don't get attacked no more because it's not the mosque and all the stuff that we're doing. Close up stuff. You don't know where you at. But yeah, Canada and America been fighting the trade war together. Like, they've been doing this. I know. They got this helicopter from like the first time when Trump was like, oh, fentanyl this and fentanyl that. I told y'all that was all a lie. That was all a lie. The fentanyl was such a big problem coming in America. Why them Canada and America is not on the list? Why we gotta put them on pause for later? No, because we're making up excuses. And we're trying to, you know what I mean, sidetrack people, which is cool. Which is cool. It's not, trust me. Not that was a good trick. It was a good trick, trust me. China is on top of the list. And that's what I like to see. They should be on top of the list. They own everything. That was a smart move. You tax America, you tax Canada, you tax America. You can't. After the business of that. Oh boy. That was kind of funny how Canada and Mexico is one of these. As I said, the reason why it was put out there just in case these other countries try to say anything. But yeah, a lot of these countries are hiding money. That's crazy. And then the next country was not on the list. I think Ukraine should have been on that list because they have so much money. That was the next one that no one paid attention to. If your country holds you so much money, why they're not on the list? That's why you gotta ask yourself. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. Ukraine owes so much money. Why they're not on the list? Everybody else on the list except for Ukraine. Nobody's seen that, did they? I saw the list. It was like a big coin. But I'm saying that the stuff that he said that those guys, they owed him money and all that fake outrage that they had in the White House. Yeah. Maybe. But I thought it was funny though. No, but you agree with me though? You like think about this, Miss Steve. If someone owes you money, so much money, should they be on the list? Ukraine was not on that list. Tell people I'm like, they don't have my pocketbook. My daughter's donut here. I gotta get out of here. Morning. English?
Morning, what's
Yeah,
up?
morning. That's
You know, taking wrong, man.
Yeah, no, they don't have my daughter's donuts. I'm on.
Oh,
All right. Yeah. Yeah, they don't have my daughter's donut. I only came here for my daughter's. They don't have her daughter. Yeah, but I think it's weird that Ukraine is not on the list, and Ukraine hold a lot of money. Ukraine should be on that list. Y'all agree with me, right? What time is it? Oh, what time is it? No, actually, I'm actually gonna get some food. But no, I don't. Should I get some food or pizza? What should I get? But I think Ukraine should be on that list. Ukraine almost so much money, and all the other stuff that Trump was talking about. Ukraine should have been on that list. You know, what else? Yeah, that was a beautiful game. Whoever they played that game on, like I said, the whole Zelensky shit that they did in the White House, that was because you remember, Candace Owens said this too. That man's a great actor. He was an actor. So I believe Trump, him, all of them planned that. Putin, all of them planned that, bro. Real talk. Real shit. They had to do that. You know what I mean? And really and truly, I think there's some low-key games going on where they're playing with Israel too. Like, you know what I mean? Because some of the stuff, I don't know, something going on. But I think if you owe money, if a country like Ukraine should definitely be on the terrorist list. See what I'm saying? I don't know if Ukraine was on that list, but I heard all the names. Somebody let me know if Ukraine was on, but Ukraine's not on that. The country that owed me so much money. Definitely, if you owe so much money to a country, you're gonna be on the list. Why is Ukraine not on that list? Just saying. This is why Canada and Mexico can't be on that list. And it's crazy because they said it was fentanyl, and I told people it had nothing to do with fentanyl. The fentanyl was just to put you out there to make it look like, oh, you know, nah, and whatever. That was just a trick. It's a part of it. That's a part of their plan. So, trick some people, but it wasn't trick. I didn't know. I already knew that was coming. So now they're working together instead of. I think all three countries are going to be working together in the trade war, but Canada and America are definitely working together. Definitely. Just like what I stated. Just like what I sniffed out from the beginning. I thought Trump was explaining the story and breaking it down like he's crazy. And I know he wasn't crazy. He's not crazy. He's not. He just throws it out there so the media could go, like, you know what I mean? Play guess who or riddle me this, riddle me that. But that's all it is. Everybody knows. That's why I think most of the Canadians was not worried. That people wasn't planning to shut down their business. It's actually making more money, if you think. You know what I mean? And ever since the trade war started, it's been way more busy with business, small business, and like, you know, like, and stuff like that. It's been way more busy with like small businesses, you know, and just, you know, business is booming right now. Booming. So that's why I said this is the time you gotta, if you're doing something, you know what I mean, put it on pause and go make some money. You know what I mean? Or save your money. Don't rush to do nothing that can't benefit you or benefit your future. You know what I mean? Real talk. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the time right now where, you know, people like gas is low right now. Gas is so low. Gas is low. Gas is low. You This, I'm gonna show you how I know Canada and America is working together. Because before Donald Trump announced this, the gas price went down. The gas price went down, and then um, they gave us, they gave some people $300, and they gave some people $240. Tell me if that's a trade war. Yes, thanks a lot. Thank you. Yeah. That's what I think. I think Ukraine should be on that list too, but Ukraine's not on the list, so I don't know. If anybody on that list should be Ukraine. They owe a lot of money. That's what Trump said. A lot of money. Okay. Trump told y'all, fentanyl, bullshit. All lies. All lies. I'm so glad the boy them living here now. So the police from living on the Timor can't believe. I thought them niggas were just passing. Shoot, but they live in the Timor. Trade war. Any war in North America, Canada and America has to fight together. Any war. Any war. Just remember that. So when you guys were listening to these stuff that he was saying and what Doug Ford was saying, told y'all, don't believe them too, but they super friends. And I think, you know what, Mr. Yeah, I'm honestly really true. I think low key, why Trump is doing certain things different, because why he low key kind of stopped the whole Canada and Mexico on the list and put that on part, because I think they was about to remove him. So the rumors in the background, there's some rumors in the background that he's not 100%. Some rumors in the background that he's what do you call it? That he's not, like, you know, he has health problems. That's all. I don't know how true that is. I don't know how true that is.
That's all?
Yeah, it's not. Everything is not doing that. Yeah. But I'm just saying, when you're when someone looks at you, right, as a bad guy, it's easier to sidetrack people and think minded and politics, because you know it's not politics, it's politics. And I hear you talk all the time, but I know you understand what politics is. This is what they do. They do it. This is why they do it all the time. That's why when I tell people, like, the whole thing I was going on with America and Canada, politics, not politics. Because they're paying somebody. And whoever they did it, they did. See, everything happened all at once, right? Those guys got attacked, and then bomb Ukraine. All of a sudden, okay, you know, them in Russia is cool. And then, you know, like, it's politics. It's all politics. Look, Tony, what's going on, bro? Jesus, good to see you. Good to see you. Big up the sub. Big up the sub. Big up the sub.
Thank you. You have a good day.
You too. Yeah, you know.
I'll be right with you.
Like I said, some of the stuff that I see him doing, I think it's personal stuff. Like, he's like this. If someone in your pocket or beside him, he's gonna pick on you. He's gonna pick on you. He's been doing that, and I think that's what he's doing over here. He's picking on the people that. The reason why they try to put terrorists on these other countries, because they're bringing the business up to high authority. Can I have a chocolate glazed donut and a medium double double.
Medium double double?
Chocolate glazed donut
And
and a medium double double.
medium double double?
Yeah.
I only have plain croissant. Is that okay?
Yeah, but that's what he's
And I
doing.
don't
He's
take
going after the
$50
people and
bills.
that.
Apple pizza?
Pardon?
No, we don't
Six
take
chocolate glazed and
$50
medium double
bills.
double.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what he's doing. Yeah, he does. Country, yeah, but listen, I know, but they here, they're you know, they're what do you say? They're like also holding money down there. You know they hide money down there. Hey, how are you? Good. They hide money down there. You know? They have a background and trust the people. It's not what you see, not what they seem like. You don't understand what's going on down there. That's why this guy gave up so quick. Listen. Thank you. I'll show you something. People them down there, right? You gotta remember. Right? You gotta see. Let me show you something about Ukraine, right? See Ukraine? You gotta remember. Remember this, right? See Ukraine? Remember, you know, when the people when the black people are supposed to come, they put all of them at the back, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Just like, that's what made me got even mad. That reminds me of Rosa Parks. All the people, the black people at the back of the bus, and then it's like they saved them for last when it was time for them to seek asylum. You know what I mean? And then you gotta remember, that's like the Nazis, they hide over there. It's a well known that the Nazis are hiding over there. So what you are donating money to? Why do you think this guy is doing the Nazi salute? Real shit, because they know they got money over there. I mean, I'm not no anti-Trump or anti Elon Musk or whatever, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know. I hear you on that. I felt sometimes, I can't lie, I said certain things. Can't lie, I feel you on that. I do. Hey, yo, I did not know this Tim Hunt got so bad. I haven't been over here so long, but I'm telling you guys. So when the Jewish people that own something, they got their own police. Yo, the Jewish people that bought all this McDonald's. You know what I mean? But it's owned by American, but it's like, you know, Jewish people own it. Did they not get their own police, Miss T, to put there? So I've been walking past, you know what I mean? Because I haven't been there in a minute. But I've been walking past. The reason why I went there because I couldn't get a door for my daughter. I'm like, let me go to this one. But listen, they had their own police there. Their own police. I'm sure they're. It's not good. Yeah, but listen, if you hear all we talk, we sound like him too. Listen, go look up the Canadian Prime Minister how he talking. As I know these guys will work because they sound alike. Everyone is saying, we got to do this in Canada first. When I seen that ad yesterday, I literally changed the TV. I changed the TV. He's only doing that. He's only saying America first because he's trying to like get some money back that they took from him. Because remember last time he basically spent money out of his own pocket. His own pocket. How are you?
Good. How are you today?
Good.
I grabbed some push cookies.
Yeah.
All right.
So, but you know, got to do. Thank you.
No problem.
They got their own securities at the Tim Hortons now. Huh? They got their
Yes, new owners. over
yeah.
there.
They got there. There's police actually sitting in there every day.
Yeah.
I just noticing
think
that.
I think they're there from like 8 till 4:30 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the afternoon. So like all day long, it's pretty in there now.
Yeah, because it's bad.
Yeah,
It's bad.
super bad, super bad. People just hang out in there.
Yeah, they don't
all
want to
day
leave. The
long.
crackheads, they don't want to leave.
Yeah.
And they be throwing the coffee and all that stuff at the people. I feel bad for them sometimes. I can't lie.
Yeah, absolutely. God, I did that job long enough. I never go back.
I'll see you later.
Yeah, have a good weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, my bad. I was just talking to this business owner that lives in my building. Pretty much. And I know it's just like crazy. Crazy. You know what? When I notice things is getting thing is because this trade war, right? It also, when I said it helps some people, like I said, it's been good over here for us. Like today, they gave us ever since I'm gonna tell you something. You guys are gonna get money too. Because I seen this, America's gonna get money too because there's something to talk about. But the way they're doing it to you guys, where they're gonna give you guys, they give it to us piece by piece. Where I don't think you guys are gonna get 8,000. You guys might get 5,000, but we get it piece by piece. And it's like only certain people are gonna get money. Is the ones on welfare. It's not the people who are working. Like the people who are working already got their money. But the people on welfare, or like whatever, they're the one that are gonna give that money to help them. You know, because of what's going on. Now, let me tell you this. Right? This is what I said. North America, Canada, America are doing business together, and they're protecting each other. They cannot fight a war without each other. Never in history. That will never happen. Not even when we pass and gone. When our kids have kids, and their grandkids have kids, it will never happen. America gonna still stuck together. That's why people were saying, I'm like, man, you guys don't really know the history. As I said, I'm born Jamaican, but when I came here, I learned a lot about Canada, America, and how the country conquered together. And I also learned a lot about George Bush and them when I was in Jamaica, because I was a big part of my exam in grade 3, grade 4. Yes, I had exams at them time. Believe it. Please believe it. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I didn't pass it, but I knew enough that at the time that that was also a trade war that started with George Bush and those guys' war, because they owed oil for money. So as I said, Canada and these two countries can't beef. They cannot. You can't charge tariffs on American goods. You could only charge in Canadian goods. And the Canadian goods, low-key, the ones that they're putting tariffs on, they're like small stuff. They're nothing really that people need like that. So this is why I say this long time ago, this was never gonna happen. I don't want to believe it, but I said it's never gonna happen. Never. Relax. Get this chocolate bar. Got my shit going on the thread. Get it going, but yeah, y'all about to get money too. Yeah. They're giving us some money today. They're giving us some money at 10. All because of the trade war. But the big check is I guess if you want something, government something, then they're gonna give you that money. Yeah, whatever. So yeah. Countries are fine to trade about together. That's why I told y'all. Who did I tell? I told Rice. I told Food Stamp. I told that America and Canada is paying checks on these countries. And now look, they found out, because that's what they're saying. That's what these countries are saying. Like, yo, you guys said you were gonna do all this. Mexico and Canada is not even on the list like that. They're on the list, but they're not. They just there to put, like, as an excuse. Canada and Mexico is just there as an excuse. They're not gonna put no trade war on them. It's there, but it's not. It's there. They talked about it on the news right now. You see American and Canadian flag together. That means we're fighting a trade war together. We're not beefing. I tried to tell people a long time ago this would never happen. Man. I wish they would have interviewed me and CNN. So I would have called them out too. Anything CNN puts out there and try to tell you, they're lying. They're like the biggest stuff thing. And they knew Doug Ford was lying. They knew all that. They knew Doug Ford and what Doug Ford and Trump in relationship. They still Doug Ford came up and said, oh, I'm gonna shut off the lights with a smile on my face. And the people don't believe that. Come on, bro. Stop it. I mean, we're adults, we're not kids. Even some of the kids didn't believe that. You know what I mean? Some of us have kids. We need to stop believing everything we see on the TV. These two countries cannot be. They cannot. It cannot be. How are you? Good. How was everything?
Yeah. Not good.
Yeah, Kelly?
One?
Hold on. Hold on. Let me get a chocolate milk first. I gotta get myself a chocolate milk. 1 second. Yeah. Yeah, man. And I feel good because I know that wasn't happening. I was just waiting for the people who believe it's gonna happen to say, yeah, what was we thinking? Can't happen, bro. Can't. I'm saying, dominate these two countries, much things they do. I was all a sidetrack. I mean, now you see the real list. So whoever didn't expect the trade, respect what they was gonna get. You know what I mean? Now they're on the list, and now they're like, well, fuck the American shit list. They thought it was just gonna be. No, it was all a trick. That's how you trick somebody. Trust me, I know. That's how you try. That's one of the best ball you ever played. You trick somebody. Tell them that you're gonna go this way, but you go this way. Think about it. Biden would have told y'all he's gonna go this, and he would have done the same.
Hi.
He told y'all he was gonna do the opposite. He's done it. Can I have a chocolate?
Yeah.
So, I had gone on my chocolate milk after this.
11:20, please.
Yeah, that can never happen. I always tell people this, I'm from the island, but I'm not stupid. I mean, I might be coming out, you know what I mean? I'm a Canadian citizen, but I'm not stupid.
Thank
That's
you.
why I'm a citizen.
Bye.
You know what I'm saying?
Hi.
That's why I got my business. My mom always tells me this, right? That's why she used to get mad at me all the time. She used to sit there, and she used to go over my work with me, right? And then she used to be like, see you? I was doing something one day, and then, I don't know, I was just doing it. And then she's like, see you? Play with people too much. I said, what do you mean by that? Try to act like you don't know what's going on, and you play smart, and you just let people do whatever, and you know what's going on. You know what I mean? I said I didn't understand what she meant by that. I do understand today. You know what I mean? So I'm saying my potentials. So now I'm saying she's seen that shit a long time ago. You know what I mean? And I never looked at myself like that. I was outsmart. I was just thinking of be careful how I choose my words and how I talk. And, you know what I mean? Sometimes I might want to say something, I might not. I might just say it like 2 weeks or 4 weeks later. You know what I mean? Just to see what somebody's gonna say or something like that. I'm not saying I picked the right time to talk or whatever, but I try to, do all that shit. And that's why I sit there and I listen and I said, nah, this doesn't sound right. Why would Canada and Mexico beef it? And then when I see the Black Ops helicopter, and then I see the America on one side and I see Canada, I'm like, why would them? It's like a cowboy show movie, right? And then you say draw. Then you see the next person on the other side with his gun, and then they just turn around and start shooting everybody else. That, you know what I mean? That's Canada and America. That's what they did. They played a standoff, and then they just started shooting everybody else. That's what they did in this trade war. This trade war could start a World War III. This is why I told people a long time ago, Canada and America cannot beef. Don't believe them propagandists. You know what I mean? Because Trump said it. You're trying to start a World War III. So why would Canada? Why would Canada and America beef if this trade war is a World War III? Okay, this is what this is. It's what it is, a World War III. But it's in trade war. It's in, goods and stuff like that. Some say Canada dodged a bullet, but no, they did not dodge the bullet. They played the game with America that they do. You know what I mean? They are actors, Hollywood, trying to tell people that was getting played. I wasn't getting played because I didn't get mad at the Americans. I didn't, you know what I mean? I didn't put my American brothers and sisters, I didn't look at them no way. I just knew that, you know what I mean, it wasn't going to happen. And yeah, they're fighting the war together. Now look, they're fighting the war together and all that. It's crazy. Yeah, I'm going to talk a little bit more later about that, y'all. Let me see you, Miss Steve. Much respect. I'm going to finish watching your video. I shot long with like 1 minute and 32 seconds. I'm going to finish watching a little bit more. I appreciate y'all. Much respect. I'm out. See y'all later.